Come again?
Yeah.
I have no idea what just happened, so
I played that little bit from the reading of My Little Ponies and Little Ponies. Remember that? When you and I'm Shadow were looking to strangle Sweetie Belle.
We were wanting to turn her into such a good s'more.
Oh, and by the way, I look in the chat. Did somebody say feisty?
Oh, hell,
I saw that
using
crazy
your
bot.
words against you, Gonzo. Yeah, one of these days, Crazy Bot wants to be in on this as well, but I heard that he wants to be on this one of these days, but not today. I think you and 2 others would do nicely.
Yes, let me just bring the 2 of them in here now.
while I update things.
Alright, here comes Keirro, and, well, he's apparently in Miku Miku Dance, or whatever the hell that program is. I'm hoping he'll pick up.
I think that's one of those damn programs that it's like Gmod, Source Filmmaker, but a lot glitchier and a lot more different.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome to Let's Play Downfall. I was gonna.
Yeah, I think we know what you're getting at.
Yeah, I think I know.
Alright, so. Well, we also, as Gonzo said, we have another guest, who I believe is also. I saw him there. There's put his little beardy face in the stream there. I see you there.
Nice beard.
And, well, here he is. I'm going to bring him in now. Let's see if he'll respond. Come on now.
Yeah,
pick up the phone!
Hi! Yes! There he is.
Oh, there we go. Okay, guys, we know of Keirro Starr.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may do the introductions.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on Gonzo's stream, we have, well, the Doom Guy Extreme and the man himself, Mr. Joey, aka Mr. Demon-gehog.
What's up?
Hey.
Want to see a magic trick? I can make everyone disappear. Let me give you a second. Let me give you all a link.
Oh, no.
Give me a second.
What's with all the background noise? Holy fuck.
Oh, sorry. I can't fucking deal with that. My humidifier's kicking in. Fucking making this place damper than moister than. Ah, fuck! Fuck that damn thing. Sorry. Fucking deal with it.
I know.
For those wondering, Mr. Joey here is a modeler, as he's known on DeviantArt as Demon-gehog. He's made a lot of things, including doing a lot of revamps of models, some one Gonzalolog. That includes the Sonic Rainboom Rarity, General Spitfire, and of course the Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon models.
And the Bab Seeds and the workout Pinky from A Friend Indeed.
Yeah.
And plus the one that just got done with the Buttons Mom model for Source Filmmaker and Gary's Lawn. Welcome! They're going on.
We're really going there?
And I've waited for
so long.
But can't you see? Your mom's the only girl for me. Cause I'm all along. Yeah, I'm in love with Buttons Mom.
We really going in?
I'm actually considering writing a full-length version.
How about you guys post up your links? How about you guys post up the link to DA?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Get Demon-gehogs in there.
Oh god, yeah, I got more than just a D. I got a Tumblr, right? You know,
yeah, too. Put them in there. Get yourself promoted. You can use some followers.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's interesting.
Hell, I just had like 98. Posted that up recently.
You guys when I came into the call, you guys were actually talking about how I've taken up MMD now, I think.
Oh,
you
god,
were playing.
That thing? That's like, I swear to God, that's like beginner for Source Filmmaker and Gary's Lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I actually took it up hoping that if I get a hang of it, then maybe Source Filmmaker would come easier for me.
Son of a bitch, Asterix! I fucking hate you!
Asterix is in here.
Another friend of ours, Asterix, is in the slide.
Yeah. Our resident lovable douchebag.
Exactly.
I'll pun you, alright? I'll pun you all night.
Guys, I'll have you know.
So anyway, I'm actually working on my 500 sub video over on the YouTubes, and when I tried to do the animation, I don't know if you guys seen around. You see that somebody did like an MMD version of the Backstreet Boys song "Everybody."
I wouldn't. It was originally based on some some video looked like it was made in the back of a library with a couple of dudes.
Yeah, but I was actually doing it, and when I did it, I noticed I made a model for myself, and I don't know if you can show this on the stream, but
Well, you can send it over to me, and I'll post it up.
Yeah,
I already put it in the chat. But when I freaking put in the animations and everything, it did that to my face. So now I gotta make a new.
All right.
We're off to a wonderful start, I'd say.
All right, let's see.
Oh no! It's not a day when you don't hit rip and tear your guts out. It's like that.
Yes.
That's not a good day when you don't start that.
That is good. That is Joey's motto: rip and tear, because he is the Doom guy.
All right.
So anyway, I'm in the middle of revamping. I got a new base for it and everything. So while you guys we're doing this little reading, I'm gonna be working on revamping this sumbitch.
There we go.
So before we get to the reading, I'd like to say I apologize. I tried to get TheInvertedShadow in here, but she was busy because she's part of this. She's in a Skype call right now about some movie she's gonna be in. I really wanted both Joey and Keirro here because she's really a nice gal, and considering after the whole drowned Brutalite thing, how you told her, how I said I could only imagine her singing Evanescence songs, and then I Am Shadow went on to say she would actually do an Evanescence cover in Brutalite's voice. Don't remind me.
Wait, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Seriously?
Come again?
Somebody made a video about Brutalite getting possessed by a third soul.
I'd like to clarify.
Brutalite got possessed by a third soul.
Let me clarify, all right? Let me clarify. Okay. First off, it's not an actually reskin of Brutalite. It's just a skin that a friend of Westo Psycho's made. It was basically just drowned Ophelia ponyfied in Twilight with the Twilight Sparkle model. That's it.
To me, it's still, but it still says drowned Brutalite, so it tells me that Ophelia has actually become the third soul in the body of Brutalite Sparkle.
It's just a story that you made up. Joey,
but it's a good story.
Yeah, Joey, don't. I'm probably not even going to use it. It's just something a friend of mine did. I'm probably not even going to use it.
No, like I said, it's actually not a rather effective being that. Why don't you just make one of Ben?
Oh.
He's fucking creepy as hell.
Oh, that creepy pasta, yeah.
No! Oh, God!
Killer Pony?
I love that one.
Do a Jeff. Oh, somebody should do a Jeff the Killer Pony. Lexi would lose her.
Somebody already did that.
You know what? I would say, you know what? We already have a hoodie model. We already have gloves, boots. I don't even know if someone's made pants yet for them, but fucking, it's that easily getting that done. It's not that bad.
Yeah, well, speaking of making that kind of stuff, before I get into the reading again, Gonzo, you actually had a reason to get Joey in here?
Gonzo? Come again?
Remember?
You had a reason as to why we brought in the crazed Doom guy in here?
I heard that unfortunately Demon had a very bad day earlier today. TheInvertedShadow pretty much clued me in on this, and so did Demon's journal on my DA watches. Now here's the story. Some guy on DA, probably some spineless hack.
Actually, we know. We think we know who it is, but
Epic Kitty 54.
Who is that?
You don't want to know.
Someone's I've ran my head against a couple of times. Let's just say this. I've tried to end a war between him and one of my friends. Let's just say this. Right now, I don't wish him death, but I wish he just gets the fucks off the internet.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, is he some sort of...
He's became a nuisance to me in my cause.
Anyways.
Oh, yes, and you also had said you owed him something, Gonzo? Remember that?
I might as well bring him in here because... Well, I wanted to give you thanks for pretty much doing a Femme Gonzo model as well, adding the sweater, the panties, the socks.
No problem. Like most of those parts were already done in like beta stuff, so I might as well. Plus I got like a bunch of my other friends' models done really 6 to 4 or 5, whatever the hell. Gender swapped. So I said, might as well do it for someone else then.
So basically, in a nutshell, we brought Demon on here not only to make him feel better about this guy who's still harassing him, but also as a little bit of thanks.
Yes, and we also, Joey is actually in a little bit mood because he recently was gifted, Return to Castle Wolfenstein on Steam, and he's going to enjoy the fuck out of that.
Somebody gave me the original Wolfenstein 3D. I'm very anxious to play that shit. I remember playing that shit on an old hand-me-down computer, and that was fucking awesome.
Oh, remind you, you cannot exactly cheat. You need to go through the DOS console command to cheat.
Alright, I think we're off to a good start. So why don't I get into why I called you fine gents here tonight?
You got us a fanfic, and I cannot, and I have no idea about the taste of the week.
Hold on. Before anything goes happening, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Let's Fuck with Gonzo's Brain Hour.
Again. You already torture me with... Seriously.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Actually,
this is seriously going to be interesting.
Not quite. Believe it or not, this is a very weird fanfiction, but not for the reasons you all are thinking of.
Oh boy,
so it's not because Pinkie Pie?
No, let me explain. The funny thing about this fanfiction is that it is a story that I read a long time ago, I believe, on fanfiction.net, and I loved it. But then I completely forgot about it until I literally found it. A viewer of mine on YouTube, I don't know if he's actually watching this, one, Trev the Hedgehog 7, recommended this fanfic to me, and when I looked it up, I can't believe it was the same one that I read long ago. So, yeah. That's the fanfiction we're going to read tonight. And
oh, God. Fanfictions, really? I still haven't even got halfway through the Sweet Apple Massacre, and I've stopped that.
Well, I think we're going to like this.
I'm gory, but...
Yeah, I know. Falcon is just totally wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, I think...
Okay, that made no sense to me, because that's supposed to be a fanfiction about murder.
Anyways... This was
Hold on. Easy does it.
That's from Starr from Red vs. Blue.
Hey, Invert's trying to do his little thing.
Wait, easy now, guys. It's okay. So, this fanfiction is a comedy, but this is going to be a good one. So, the story by Hell Ryden is called The Elements of Gaming.
Elements of Gaming.
Gaming.
And yes, I will say it now.
Gamer Luna!
Apparently, video games exist in Equestria.
Oh, boy,
they better have ho! Didn't Button Mash already clarify that one for us?
Well, this came long before the first Button's Adventures, so yeah. Huh? This confirmed it.
Alright, fine.
Well.
Stay for now.
Alright, so, oh yes, I should probably, well, for the fanfiction the link is in the chat, so there you go.
The Elements of Gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, I do voice. On behalf of Catalan University of Electronical Engineering, Princess Celestia has sent her star pupil a mysterious contraption which can take her for beta testing. A mysterious new invention dubbed...
Whoa, wait. Who's reading here?
That...
I don't know, I'm just doing the introduction voice.
Yeah.
I love doing them.
Yeah, thanks for that, Joey. You saved me the trouble there.
No problem. I love doing that.
So, this is going to be a good
one.
Ladies and
gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get ready to pony!
No. It goes like this. Let's get ready to pony! Not really.
Yeah.
I know, because I used to watch Raw.
That was... Both of you still did well. So anyways, I was telling Gonzo, this is probably going to take a number of streams to finish, because this is a lengthy one. It's not even finished yet, but we'll see what we can make do of.
Oh boy, an unfinished fic. Oh boy, this is the best kind.
Anyways, I think we've stalled enough. Let's
skip my news and whatever, and just go on with the fanfic.
So yes, each chapter here is focusing on a different game, and each of those games is centered to each of those chapters. So let us jump in. This is the element.
Where's JonTron? We want JonTron.
Yeah, this is the element.
Doom.
Yeah.
Doom.
Guys.
This is the Elements of Gaming by Hell Ryden. The first chapter, Halo Reach.
Oh God, no! Why?
Prepare to smash your discs, snuff it like it's cocaine, and experience the game in your head.
All right.
Hold the Ultimate Collection of Doom. Hold me.
All right.
Cocaine. That's actually something that would sell.
So, you read Applejack, curiously peering down at the white rectangular box and the four oddly shaped button things that lay on the floor before. What did you say this thingamajigger here was again, Twi? I honestly have no idea what it's supposed to do, said Twilight Sparkle, shrugging her shoulders as she fixed her orange-coated friend with a nonplussed look. She was just as curious about the box as the rest of her 6 friends were. A mail parcel from Canalot's new Science and Electronics division that labeled as an Xbox 360, whatever that is.
Wow.
Xbox Live, motherfucker!
Well, I guess.
I'm sorry, could you get any more southern there? An Xbox 360.
I know.
Xbox 360 there,
Excuse
y'all.
me, guys. I'm gonna do a 360 news scoop.
I know.
Wow.
I lost my Twilight Sparkle voice there for a second. Anyways, apparently the letter enclosed in the parcel was written by Princess Celestia herself. This device here is a new prototype developed by the Canalot University of Electrical Engineering, and they want us to test it out.
Didn't Microsoft make that? Not whatever that is.
I wouldn't know.
I
I don't know, Twilight, Rainbow Dash commented. Arching an eyebrow, she cautiously towed one of the small button things before picking one up and examining it closely. I can't even begin to figure out how the hey these things work. I mean, there are so many buttons. How are we supposed to know which one does what? Well, Rainbow Dash, that's where this comes in, proclaimed Twilight, magically levitating a rectangular green case over the middle of the group. This is what
the instruction manual.
Actually, this is what the researchers called a video game. They said it's some sort of entertainment device that is only compatible with the box.
The box. They're gonna name
The
it a
box.
box.
It
Well.
is the box.
Hey, that's
Wait,
good.
wait, wait,
Hey,
no,
that could
no,
be the
no,
new
no,
name for the
we
Xbox
could've
One.
called it something else. No, it's box.
No.
Seriously, that could be
I'm not outstanding with
Microsoft.
this.
Microsoft. All they do is nothing but cocaine and drugs.
Ooh, games? I love games, said Pinkie Pie. There she
Oh,
is.
Oh God.
Because Pinkie Pie, why not?
The annoyance.
Immediately perking up the very moment Twilight uttered the word game. Oh, what are we waiting for? What's it say? The pink earth pony practically shot forward and grabbed the small green case out of the air, peering intently down on that cover before her eyes slanted downwards in confusion. Halo Reach? What the heck is a Halo Reach?
That's one of the games.
It is the worst genre.
Hold on, let me stop
No,
right
no,
there.
no.
Here's the first discrepancy. How you gonna have Halo Reach without the first 3 Halos, eh?
Well,
Not really. Actually, technically, if you want to get a line chronological order, actually it was Halo Reach before Halo. Because actually, Master Chief was sent off Reach on the Pillar of Autumn in that. Because in the ending cutscene, you actually do see Chief there.
mhm.
When he's contact tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
And
makes
it's- yeah,
seems legit.
sorry, I'm
Don't
a
be like
I'm a
Lupin.
Doom faggot, and I know Halo.
God bless.
I know Halo. I should kill myself.
Anyways, give me that, Pinky, snapped Twilight, quickly snatching the case out of Pinky's hand. First off, it's spelled Halo, H-A-L-O. Secondly, we're here on official orders from the princess herself. We must do our duty to the absolute utmost of our ability. Well, I don't know, Twa, Applejack began uncertainly. I mean, it's flattering and all, being hoof-picked by the princess herself, but I'm mighty unsure on how we're going to go about this. Does this thing even have a instruction manual or something? Well, let's see.
Wait. Video games having instruction manuals today?
Yeah.
They throw tutorials at you left and right.
There's also the whole idea of
Does
the
anybody
Xbox
even
owner
read those
manual.
things anymore? They're like, plug it in, play it.
No,
Yeah.
the last game I just got was Saints Row the 4th. And you know how many pages its instruction booklet was?
How many?
One.
Like 4?
One page. And that
Yeesh.
was it. And it told you how to put the disc in the drive.
Oh boy. Anyways, let's take a look inside, shall we? Said Twilight, gently prying open the case to reveal a disc and instruction manual within. However, a few seconds of browsing through the pages of the tiny little book revealed little about how to operate bless you, about how to operate the box. Again, it seemed the
Do you
instructions...
mind not sneezing into the mic?
Easy there,
Alright.
Arrow. It seemed that the instructions within the manual were meant for whatever content was hidden within the disc. So, we're playing as these guys then? Rainbow Dash asked, gesturing towards the 5 armored ponies who adorned the top of the disc, each one striding hoof to hoof upon a lone hill, a breaking dawn framing the outlines of their suits. They look kind of cool.
Nice.
Well, not as cool as me, but then again, no pony's cooler than me.
Wait.
What's cool?
Hey, knock it down on the
Egotistical
post.
much?
Yeah, that's Rainbow Dash in a nutshell. Egotistical to a T.
Yeah. Still, I think we might have something pretty cool going on here, Twilight. Let's get it started. All right, then it's settled.
Let's get it started.
We'll get the game started and played, and I'll record all our findings and report them to Princess Celestia. Twilight beamed proudly as her horns sparked, and the disc began to float out of its casing, slowly moving towards the larger white box that awaited in the corner, and then stopping there as though confused. So, how do we put this disc inside again?
Simple. Open the window, and throw it out. That's simple.
Wait, also, I got another question. Do they have a TV?
That's another good question. Yeah.
Actually, I think they do.
I was actually going to say that myself, actually. Like,
okay, then tell me this. How did in that one episode of My Little Pony when Twilight tried to understand the Pinky sense or Pinky sense, yeah, whatever it is.
Oh wait.
And let alone had the more chemistry shit and all like two of the machines had a monitor on them.
That's probably it. That's probably it then.
That's a good argument.
So don't play with me, boys.
I
watched the show too.
Or maybe they have the equestrian version of the Oculus Rift.
Huh. Probably.
Anyways.
All right.
I gotta get the
Or
Oculus
someone
Rift.
needs to stop questioning a TV show and start reading the fanfic now.
Yeah,
To
please.
the rest of her friends for any prompts or suggestions, but they all either shrugged or gave her nonplussed looks, clearly not knowing any more than she did. Guys? A soft voice spoke up from one of the corner of the room, and Twilight looked over to see Fluttershy her butler, Angel
Butler?
Angel, I swear to God, that bunny.
Butler?
I'm sorry. No, fuck you, Angel. Get away from Daisy.
and her
There's not
butler,
enough bunnies in the world.
and her butler, Angel Bunny, trying to get themselves heard over the discussion the rest of them were having. The yellow Pegasus...
Okay, hold on. I still can't get over that. Butler?
Bunny.
Really?
The
Think
yellow...
about this. Really?
Can we go on?
The yellow Pegasus pony was standing over the parcel the princess had mailed to Twilight, reading what looked like a book with the words User Instruction Manual printed on the cover in large block letters. I think you might want to give this a read first.
Ooh, X-Backs, instruction manual.
Bix.
Where's the Connect? Where's the
Oh.
non-functional Connect? It'll probably work better with a pony.
Hey, actually, shut up. Don't crack on the Connect. It actually does work if you have enough room. Plus, it also works great on Source Filmmaker.
Listen to this, guys. The half hour that passed by was less than fruitful. Apparently, the instruction manual dictated that a television set was necessary in order to use the box. In addition to that, it seemed that the box required a plethora of wires and plugs to match corresponding outlets on Twilight's TV set, otherwise it would not work. So, TVs do exist in Equestria.
So apparently there was a
thanks
TV
to this.
until now they're fucking mentioning it.
Hey, thank you, people of the My Little Pony TV show. You're kind of leaving shit out. Can you please fix this bullshit and get Doom Guy in there?
It was all very confusing
Yes,
for those
we
who were
want
not technically
the
inclined.
Doom 3 episode. We want the Doom 3 chapter very soon.
Naturally, Twilight had to figure out everything herself as the rest of her friends gathered in her basement laboratory where her television was. Predictably, her friends either ended up watching her intently or did nothing but laze around.
Wait. Did you say in her laboratory?
Yes.
Laboratory.
Knew it! Because I remember it from that one episode.
Feeling Pinky Key?
I knew it!
Yes, knew it. Fuck you all, I win.
Okay, can we go on?
Not surprisingly, Rainbow Dash fell asleep no more than 10 seconds in.
Oh dear
Fingers.
Lord, Josh. Just
Not surprise me.
Alright, that should do it, Twilight said with an air of satisfaction as she finally reared her head back up. The last few wires that needed to be connected were in place, and the box was just about ready to work. Now, we should press this button right here. She had pressed the button adorned with a symbol that the manual stated represented the on switch. Almost immediately, a soft, satisfying ding came from the box, a small green dot coming to life where Twilight's hoof had only been moments ago. Girls, I'd say we have power, Twilight explained, clearly overjoyed by the prospect of getting the princess's newest device to work. Well, come on, what are we waiting for? Rainbow Dash exclaimed as she excitedly rushed forward, grabbing one of the devices that the manual they called the controller up from the floor. Twilight couldn't help but chuckle at her friend's inability to sit still, as we all are.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because we cannot stand still with
Okay,
the
here's a
controller
question for
nearby.
you. How are these controllers adapted to whose?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the biggest question of like these controllers 2 times or 3 times bigger than the average controller.
Well, for Twilight and
And
Rarity,
obviously
they obviously can hold it
since-
with their
yeah.
magic, so, you know.
Fucking pricks.
Anyways,
Yeah, but then what about the Pegasus and the Earth Pony?
Wings can be big.
Well, remember, they can use
I
the
think we've already established in Hurricane Fluttershy that Pegasi can use their wings as hands. So
Not Hurricane Fluttershy. Putting your hoof down.
Oh, excuse me then. Anyways, hold on a second, Dash. I still need to place the disc inside the box. There we go. The unicorn's horn lit up once more as a purple aura flared to life around both the box. Slowly the tray began to extend outward, obviously meant to be some sort of receptacle for the game. As soon as Twilight had inserted the disc, the tray receded back into the box, leaving the 6 gathered ponies to watch and wonder as the television screen turned into a crisp, clear white. Shortly after, a wisp of green began to encircle a lone silver globule that appeared on screen. Merging with the aforementioned sphere, a green wisp etched a large, stylized X onto its surface, clearly some form of logo. As the words Xbox 360 materialized on the bottom of the screen with a low, futuristic hum before the display eventually faded to black, quite a few of the ponies assembled couldn't help but let out a rather long "ooh" of amazement. Rarity gave...
And then, you know, it would have been funny.
What?
If all of a sudden like, the screen just went black and the red ring popped up. Oh, congratulations, bugs!
Oh God, you're evil!
That's funny. Anyways, Rarity gave out a low, appreciative watching the display intently. Elegant yet simple, excellent use of colors and form, not to mention a perfect mixture of showiness and elegance. My.
Oh dear
this new
God!
thing
This
or
just
two
turned
about
into a
having
fashion
sex.
show. This is America's Next Top Xbox.
Shh, it's
Oh
starting.
God, pit my Xbox. See, that's
Shh, it's
You
starting.
got to. Actually, there's actually something like that. It's called Pimp My Wii. It's totally different. But,
Pinkie Pie suddenly shushed the white unicorn as the screen went dark, leaving the 6 mirrors staring at the screen in captivated wonder. Several odd light blue lines began to silently pop up on the screen, arranging themselves in a strange symmetrical pattern before disappearing. Rainbow Dash gave a rather odd stare at the vanished display, obviously disappointed. And then 3, 2, 1, well, that wasn't when I was... And that's when the heavy orchestral score boomed right out of Twilight's basement mounted surround sound speakers.
She has surround sound, dude. I want. We should have a movie night at Twilight's Library.
Yes.
Wait. Sound
What movie
system in
that's the G-Moderator's
Equestria.
next grump room? That is our grump room right there. We are moving into Twilight's basement. We're filming our own version of Game Grumps in the fucking basement.
Fluttershy, not expecting the sudden sound at all, gave a startled squeak and almost darted to hide behind Rarity, who was next to her. But the movement died halfway as her eyes widened in awe of the images that came to life on the screen next.
And what am I hearing?
That's just a beautifier again.
Yeah, sorry.
Actually, I hear a sound that sounds like a TV.
Oh.
Actually,
Oh yeah, it is. My fault.
The only pony in the room whose eyes had opened wider than Fluttershy's was Twilight Sparkle. In fact, not only... Whoa!
Damn!
I hit the count.
In
Give me a
fact...
second. Give me a second.
Give me a second.
Okay, I'm back.
In fact, not only were her eyes as large as saucers, her jaw was hanging open as she
All right, I'm back.
images of deep space appear on the screen. Nebula, asteroid fields, and ringed gas giants faded on and off the screen in rapid succession. From what she knew about astronomy, there were a few technical details here and there that were slightly off, but technical details could be behooved. Those images were beautiful. The orchestral score echoing grandly in the background slowly built up to a crescendo, and though it seemed physically impossible, Twilight's eyes grew even larger than saucers as the panoramic view of the gas giant slowly moved aside. Now visible was a bird's eye view of a beautiful blue-green planet that resembled Equestria, yet with a few key differences. For one, Equestria didn't possess such a majestic northern aurora, and neither did it have such vast expanses of sea in between the land masses. Yet, this much Twilight knew. Whatever this planet was, it was obviously a central figure in the game they were playing.
Yeah, it's called landscaping.
Dimming briefly, the planet they were
dun
gazing
dun.
was replaced on screen by yet another image, this time of a beautiful yet somehow gloomy scene. A mountainous region, riddled with the green of pastures, a dark and gray sky hanging over it as a light rain fell. Across the center of the screen, the words Halo Reach were hanging in highly stylized font. As it was, the ponies sat staring at the screen, waiting for something else to happen, yet for several moments nothing did. Are we supposed to do something? Applejack asked tentatively, obviously quite lost, but nonetheless still enraptured by what she was faced with. Isn't it kind of obvious, silly? Pinkie Pie asked, as it was, excuse me, try that again. She said, as though it was the plainest thing in the world, and her hoof pointed out to a line of text just below the title. Words that were in a font so much smaller than the title that no pony else had managed to spot them. It says, "Start solo campaign."
Oh god, it's the beginning of the end for the first-person genre. And remember, people...
Pardon me while I blow my brains out. Oh!
Huh. It does? Twilight looked closer, and noted with some embarrassment that, yes indeed, it did say, "Press start to begin," in a tiny little line below the main title. Oh, excuse me. I guess I kind of missed it. Rainbow Dash, you're the one with the controller right now, so if you'd be so kind. The Cyan Pegasus gave an excited grin. My pleasure, Twilight. Lifting up the controller she held in her hooves, Rainbow Dash took a few seconds to locate the start button, but once she did, the image on the screen abruptly changed again as she depressed it, changing to another bird's eye view of the planet they had all seen just a few seconds
Like right now I'm listening to them and playing some solitaire.
Overlaid over the image, however, were a series of birds stacked running. Hello.
Hold on. What? Hold.
Sorry, my friend.
Overlaid over the image, however, was a series of words stacked on top of one another. Obviously a menu of some sorts, with the topmost word highlighted by a translucent white bar.
What does it say?
Curious, Rainbow Dash gave the stick on the left of the controller she held an experimental downward push, and the white bar moved downwards once, now highlighting the second word instead of the first. I think I'm getting the hang of this, the Pegasus exclaimed proudly with a wide beam. And she
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call it right now. I'm going to call it right now, before they think that the menu is in fact the game.
Yeah, and she quickly scanned over each of the words on the menu once before settling on the topmost one again. Hey, Twilight, that menu will say anything about how we can select these things? It's right there in the bottom of the screen, Dash, Fluttershy pointed out quietly, as Dash squinted at the screen where her friend's hoof was pointing, and then the blue Pegasus gave a slightly sheepish smile. It says A to select. Oh, I knew that, Rainbow Dash said flippantly as she looked over the menu of...
Of course you did!
Let's see. Campaign, matchmaking, firefight, options. I think I'll go with a campaign. Obviously the one placed first on the menu is the most important.
Wait, what?
Fuck your shit.
Obviously the one placed first on the menu is the most important.
And that would be
Debatable,
what?
but okay, whatever.
Can't say I disagree with that, Twilight said with a concurring nod, while Applejack and Rarity simply shrugged. They opted to watch their friend, gave her first video game her very first shot. Rainbow Dash gave the green A button on her controller a confident push, and then another menu came up, this time with only 4 words, with a symbol of a shield and a knife next to it, and a brief paragraph of descriptive text. Rarity leaned closer and examined the words on the screen. Apparently it had started out highlighting the second word, normal, while the one above it read easy, and below it was heroic, followed by legendary.
Difficulty settings.
Oh dear God, you can already tell this is gonna go to shit.
Well, let's see. Face firm resistance on competent, determined enemies, but burn through enough ammo and you will eventually triumph. The white unicorn ran off the screen, evidently some sort of descriptive text for normal. The top of the screen had a large label reading difficulty selection. Perhaps this was where you selected how hard or easy you wanted the game to be. If the
Fuck really, I finally fucking beat that game of solitaire by myself.
Nice. So basically, we have the Rainbow Dash selecting her difficulty now. Rainbow, could you be a dear and let us have a look at the other options? Rarity said sweetly, her eyes burning with curiosity from within. I'd like to see how they describe some pony who's heroic.
And they're gonna go for the hardest difficulty, they're gonna get their ass owned by the game, they're gonna go, fuck this game, and walk away.
Well, let's see. I'm wondering myself.
The first instance of rage quitting in Equestria.
How does some pony describe some pony who's legendary without somehow referring to Princess Celestia? Applejack wondered half-jokingly. Rainbow Dash complied, and the pony's eyes widened incredulously as they read the descriptions. Laugh as helpless victims flee in terror from their inevitable slaughter. The game basically plays itself. Twilight read on the screen, her eyebrow arching sardonically as she read the descriptive text for easy mode. The symbol on the screen changing to display only the shield, the knife disappearing from sight. Well, that doesn't sound too exciting, or very noteworthy.
Sorry, I was just... I got lost. Sorry.
Fight against formidable foes that will truly test your skill and wits. This is the way Halo is meant to be played. Sounds more to me like the way a hero ought to be, said Rarity, a slightly dreamy air to the voice. As Rainbow Dash placed a selector over heroic mode, the single knife appeared along with the second identical one, crossing themselves over the shield on the screen. Well there, Nelly Dash. I'm not liking that look on your face, Applejack said nervously as Rainbow Dash placed a selector over the final choice. The Rainbow Mane Pegasus had a fervent, almost maniacal grin on her face, obviously relishing the challenge she was being presented with. Over the two crossed knives and the shield.
Are you asking for a challenge?
Over the two crossed knives and the shield on the screen, an unrecognizable alien skull had appeared to overshadow them, obviously to symbolize just how deadly the choice was, as though the descriptor text wasn't enough. Tremulous, teeming hordes of invincible alien monsters punish the slightest error with instant death. Again and again. Rainbow Dash read off the screen in a single, excited breath, her grin not fading at all. It only seemed to grow wider. Is that a challenge? If so, I'm taking it. Oh, boy.
That will be...
Somebody get Stinko Man up in here. Are you asking for a challenge?
There was only a nervous from behind Pinkie Pie as Fluttershy watched timidly from behind the pink Earth Pony. The description of Legendary mode sounded so scary, she couldn't imagine why Rainbow Dash would want to go through with it. I don't know, Rainbow Dash, Twilight said uncertain.
Because Rainbow Dash is so egotistical, she thinks she herself is legendary. Duh.
Pretty much. That
The
looks
only
to me
one-
like
the
the
only
hardest
legendary is
difficulty
me.
in the setting that the game has. And this is your very first try. You sure you don't want to pick something a little easier? Oh, please! Proclaimed Rainbow Dash, laughing off Twilight's warnings and probably proceeding to mash the A button. How bad could it be? You're forgetting that I'm the coolest, fastest pony in all of Ponyville. I can handle a little game like this no matter. I can handle a little game like this no matter what the difficulty.
Do you have any idea what Halo Reach is about, Dash? Or how to work the game?
Obviously
wait,
not,
wait,
considering
wait,
this is the
wait,
first
wait,
time
wait.
they've met the game.
Joey, what's up?
I must ask, how hard do you think Legendary is for you guys?
I played it Halo 3
I've actually
once.
never. It's gotta be. It's gotta be brutal.
I played Legendary on
I-
Halo 3 once. It was immensely difficult. I couldn't even...
Oh my god, like, it's not that hard. You just have to know where all your enemies are, well, they're statistically spawn at, and at what time and what place. And you have to be cautious because your enemies have, like, a very high chance of spawning with some higher power weapons than you will. It's rather the fact it's now the memory game. If you played through Heroic and Normal, and you remembered what all the enemies spawned at, and where the events occurred, you fucking go through Legendary like nothing. The only problem you gotta deal with is they do more damage than you do to them.
Yeah. Oh, why don't we see how little Dashy is handling this, shall we?
Let's go right back.
Oh, come on! I totally hit that guy like at least a billion times. Why didn't he die?
Yep.
How about...
Point to the demon guy. Point to the doom guy on that one.
Well, that one did get you good. I know, Twilight. Just let me try this again. Oh, you son of a...
Woo! Hey, I'm Dash. I'm not so Dash, and she is a gang grump.
And she just got grumped.
Yow, Nelly.
The drum sweater.
Yow, Nelly.
Jet
That had
Wyman, where the fuck are you?
That had hurt some fierce. You don't say, AJ. This is a lot harder than it looks. Oh, for Lucia's sake, not again!
Oh fuck! Okay, we're beyond grump at this point. This is the angry video game mayor.
Oh god.
Hey, Dashy?
Remember. The hitbox on the back is fucked up.
Yeah.
Good luck assassinating.
Dashy, you're sure you want to switch to something easier? It's been 2 hours and you barely made it halfway past the second stage. Oh, look out for that one! He's got it! Oh, never mind. You just died again. Thank you, Pinkie Pie. I kind of realized that.
Wow, 2 hours? Damn.
Rainbow Dash ground out from behind clenched teeth as the game restarted itself from the last checkpoint, her in-avatar having just died to a diminutive enemy that had seen fit to suddenly charge her, brandishing two brightly glowing blue spheres, right incinerating them both in a huge explosion.
Oh, suicide grunts! I love those little things. Get the heretic!
You know, when they charge you, you're like, yeah.
Oh no, I always had.
They're they're like Taliban suicide bombers.
No. I would have been your daddy on, and like then I had the one where they smack talked. Oh god, fucking yes, and a grunt birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh, yay! Oh yes, so satisfying.
Anyways, Pinkie Pie then tapped Rainbow Dash on the shoulder, saying, "Hey Dashy, you think I could give it a whirl?" Oh. Oh god.
Next thing.
Give Pinkie a chance to play Halo Reach. The most hyperactive character of the whole series plays of video games. I'm surprised by the end of this fanfic, or whatever the story is, that controller has not been destroyed and that TV has not blown up.
Well, we're dealing with a chapter per game. Let's see how this ends.
Groaned the Pegasus, clearly fed up with loss after the game dished out at her for what she estimated had to at least be the 100th time. Yeah, sure, why not? It's not as if anything's gonna be different. The loud and resounding "Yay!" Pinkie Pie grabbed the controller out of Dash's hooves.
Everyone's gonna die.
And started mashing away the buttons, causing her character to leap all over the screen in a wild frenzy, shooting at nothing in particular and coming dangerously close to a few stray explosions. In what can only be described as an utter miracle, Pinkie Pie's jumping spree prevented her from getting killed by any enemy fire whatsoever. Or, well, at least up to the point she bounded off her cliff to a rather quick demise, and a resounding outburst of laughter from Rainbow Dash.
Physics!
I can't stop laughing!
Halo physics. I blame Bungie. I blame them for making that worst jump physics ever.
Admittedly, Twilight was quite amused by Pinkie Pie's antics, and she had joined Rainbow Dash in her hysterics on the basement's wooden floor, while even Rarity had a hoof pressed to her mouth, desperately trying to hold her laughter, and even as her body shook with with repressed guffaws. Ah, phooey, this ain't fun anymore, the pink earth pony pouted as she stuck her hoof out.
Was it ever fun to begin with, Pinkie?
She stuck her hoof out with the controller, obviously not wanting to play anymore. Some pony else give it a try. I want to see how you guys play. Well, I'm kind of curious how this thingamajig here works. Give her here, Pinkie Pie, Applejack stated, taking the...
Oh, God!
Because Applejack,
Southern...
she's the queen.
Oh, God, the Southern with a controller. Oh, God, I'm surprised...
Come on! Applejack...
Listen to this, guys. 5 minutes later, the orange earth pony was hurling curse words that most of them hadn't known even existed up to this point. From what every pony could tell over the din, she was quite stuck trying to get a large armored creature to turn around and reveal its weak spot. The fact that her enemy was repeatedly crushing her in-game avatar's virtual skull with what appeared to be a large gray shield wasn't quite helping either. Oh, listen to this. This concerned son of a beep keeps smashing his tail over my head every time I try to go around and Celestia beep! This lousy piece of beep!
Wow! Jerry Springer much?
Wow, okay. Okay, so she ran into a hunter.
Hold on. I take it back. Rainbow Dash is not the angry video game mayor. That's Applejack right there. Because Applejack!
Okay. So, the rather fact, Applejack just tried to kill a hunter by meleeing in the back, which simply, she could have just taken the sniper rifle, taken 2 of the shots, shot the armor off the back, and take 1 of the bullets and just shoot in the spinal cord. And let alone killing it within 1 shot.
Are you actually questioning the fact that you're actually questioning how a pony who has actually gotten the first ever console in the history of Equestria in her hooves would actually know that?
Or, not only that, something with no...
I question... Sometimes I have to question video game logic anywhere.
Me too, Joe. Anyways, the rest of her friends were staring... Applejack yelled, a vein throbbing furiously over her temple as her hooves gripped at the controller shook with barely controlled rage. Barely.
Rage.
Oh, please.
Rage.
The rest of her friends were staring at
Applejack's
wide eyes, Fluttershy and Twilight inching away slowly from the fuming Earth Pony. Rainbow Dash, though, was holding in a mirthful chuckle, but her eyes betrayed the smug smile she was hiding. Told you it's harder than it looks, AJ. Oh, shut your yap, Rainbow! I know hard! Oh, totally move with this!
Wow.
Hey, I'm Grump.
She's a...
Quit.
Applejack, totally fed up with her lack of progress, angrily shoved the controller into Twilight's hooves. Hang with this, Twi! I give up! You give it a try! You're the one Princess Celestia gave it to anyway!
Well, she's got a point there.
Wow, geez, Applejack, said Twilight, giving her friend an amused smile before relieving Applejack of the burden of the controller. You really gotta relax, Eric. Just a game.
You'll be singing in a different tune, Twilight. Fast forward a couple of minutes, please.
Sardonic.
Can we get Spike in here? We need him to have his jaw drop.
Aha! I knew I was missing something. The lavender unicorn proclaimed proudly as she ran right past it instead of engaging it directly, and was rewarded with the sight of a much, much bigger gun than the one she was holding right now. Twilight quickly picked up the gun and spun her character around, placing the giant mook right in her sights. Gotcha! She snickered playfully in a manner that was reminiscent of a certain monarch, and then pulled the trigger on her controller. The resulting fireball-like object that spat out of her new gun's barrel streaked forward like a missile, blasting forward and slamming right into the giant mook's face. The resulting detonation yielded a massive conflagration that had every pony in the room either wincing in mock pain or going whoa in awe. When the smoke cleared, the armored creature was lying in a crumpled heap on the floor, obviously dead. And that, girls, is how you do it, Twilight stated with a satisfied air, much to Applejack's chagrin.
Did Twilight just fucking own? Wait. Did Twilight just fucking own at Halo Reach? Did she just fucking own?
I believe so. From what I've just heard of the description of that, she found the rocket launcher, used it, and basically just owned the probably several elite grunts within probably a small platoon.
And the hunter, yeah.
Oh god, the freaking hunters! Like, I find those things. I think in like Halo 3, they were probably more of a challenge than Reach.
Yeah. Anyways. She certainly hadn't considered trying that, distracted as she was with her stubborn attempts to overcome the large armored creature with only what she had on hoof at the moment. The rest of the level progressed fairly well. Twilight would always approach every situation she came across slowly, analyzing it thoroughly before moving in for the kill. Soon enough, it became clear that there was an obvious pattern to every battle she approached. The lavender unicorn was obviously following some sort of carefully calculated procedure devised by watching her friends play through the game. It was all well and good until she reached what seemed to be the end of the level. Her in-game avatar was advancing up a series of floors alongside its compatriots, when all of a sudden a barrage of green blasts of energy streaked out of nowhere and completely vaporized her character and its allies right where they stood.
What was that?
What in the princess's name just happened? Twilight gaped, staring numbly at the screen, her jaw hanging open for just a brief moment before she shook her head back into focus. No. There's gotta be some strategy for this one here. There must be something that I missed. Yet, much to her gathered friends' endless amusement, it seemed whatever the purple unicorn tried was doomed to failure. Even the slightest movement out of cover was instantly punished with a barrage of green energy blasts from whatever was aiming at her. They came so fast and so furiously that Twilight didn't even have any time to look at what was shooting at her. What is this? Uh-oh.
Oh god.
What is this?
What is it really?
She has found the one mythical item in every single game nowadays, called a cutscene.
Her jaw clenching as her heart rate began to quicken, her eyes narrowing in frustration. How am I supposed to even formulate a strategy if I don't know who my enemy is? As the deaths began to rack up alongside Twilight's failed attempts, she began to grow more and more frustrated as her apparent lack of ability to get around whatever was in her way. This is impossible, said Twilight, her voice half strangled by her growing rage. Uh-oh.
Blow up.
I'll
Take
mindfuck Twilight for 1,000.
Rage!
Uh-oh, guys. As her left eye began to twitch madly, her mane came to life with white-hot flames of anger and mad rage. I did everything right! I'd rather fight Nightmare Moon for 1,000 years than deal with this Whoa!
Can we?
Oh boy! Pure rage in its purest form!
Oh,
fuck you, Rainbow Dash. Fuck you, Applejack. Twilight.
Twilight almost said the S word. She almost said the S word.
I ain't having that shit.
I think I know what to do, Sugar Cube. Let me take it from here. Applejack said soothingly as she could, deciding not to point out how her friend's anger was almost as bad as hers, but it still felt like a giant burden being lifted off Twilight's shoulders as the unicorn passed the controller back to her friend. Watching Applejack play this particular part of the level gave Twilight some sudden insight. Applejack had immediately hit a button that made her character break out into a gallop the moment she moved, in contrast to Twilight's slow and cautious peeking out from behind cover. In this case, however, it proved to be what saved her. Applejack's galloping and moving fast enough that she was leaving the green blast of energy in her wake, and by the time she got to the next floor, they managed to get a look at what had managed to kill Twilight several times over. It was a gold-armored alien brandishing a weapon just about as large as a pony on its shoulder.
Sniper rifle.
Oh, crap. I think it's not... No, it's not that. If it's the golden one, you ran into the golden elite, and those little buggers, I'll give you a hint. Sword time.
Oh! Get him, H.E. Get him! Rainbow Dash yelled excitedly as Applejack charged her character forward, firing her weapon madly. However, instead of returning fire, the alien instead ran away in a surprising burst of speed, just disappearing around the corner and sending Applejack's fire flying wide. Consarn, I almost had him! The orange earth pony swore and sent her character sprinting forward again in an attempt to catch up, only to find herself losing control of her in-game character as what appeared to be nothing more than a shimmer wrenched her character backwards and drove two small shimmering blades deep into its spine. You called it, Joey.
Told ya.
Damn.
What the heck?
Short time.
Where did Equestria did that deck never come from?
I wonder.
Damn.
Yikes! I wonder if your mother is like going, "What the fuck is Invert raging about?"
Actually, she's not home right now. She's out.
So you picked the perfect night for
You know what?
this.
Here's the lucky thing. I have headsets on. I have like some freaking Polaroid headsets on. These things are loud, but like my parents can almost hear you guys.
Oh.
But I just don't care. It's good. It's good loud.
The very moment the game had respawned her, Applejack began recklessly charging again, sprinting forward, and then the very same shimmer appeared in front of her, cutting her down in a barrage of bright bolts that sent her character crumbling to the floor, dead. Now come on! I can't even see the darn fella. How am I supposed to fight him? A soft, polite call from beside her shook her out of her concentration, and Applejack glanced at Rarity, who had her hoof extended politely. Oh, fuck.
Wow. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'd like to call... I'm going to say this right now. I'm seeing this trend. This isn't friendship is magic, ladies and gentlemen. It's friendship is teamwork.
Yes. If I may, Applejack, I think I might be able to help you with this. No offense to your, wit, but I spotted those shimmers long before they even got close to you. I just thought you would have seen them as well, but I didn't think to point them out.
Oh, God. Let me tell you this. After playing Doom for a long time, you discover what those Spectre bastards look like, no matter what type of invisible they are. Invisibility always gives off a glare.
Yeah. Applejack gave the white unicorn an almost skeptical glance, almost hesitating to hand the controller over. Rarity getting her hooves dirty with this sort of thing? It was quite the laughable notion. Still, she knew her friend had an eye for detail that any pony else in the room could not even hope to match. Perhaps she could help her get past this apparently insurmountable obstacle. Alright, Rarity. You got an eye for detail, so maybe you can help us get past this here part. Applejack handed over the controller, and Rarity accepted
I already see
his face. Turning to face the screen,
Bye, guys.
the same kind of focused expression that she always wore whenever she was doing extremely delicate work on her dress designs. What happened next made almost every pony assembled have their jaw drop in utter amazement. It seemed as though Rarity was blessed with a form of pre-recognition that allowed her to know just where the shimmers would appear even before any pony could even begin to try spotting their presence. The white unicorn would turn to face what looked like an empty patch of the screen, devoid of enemies, before letting loose with a barrage of fire that would be rewarded the crumpled corpse of a gray armored alien. None of them even managed to come within 5 feet of her character before being cut down mercilessly by Rarity's keen eyes and ensuing hail of bullets.
Surprised if anything, that's why they
Okay,
pick up the energy
Rarity,
blade.
you are officially the pony I want by my side in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, really? Like I'm shit. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna go cry in the corner. I'm gonna go cry in the corner now.
Oh, really, Applejack? Do close your mouth. You'll attract flies again. Oh, wait! There's one more! Before any pony could react, Rarity snapped her character's targeting cursor just a teensy bit to the right and let out a blast from her weapon. There was a cry of pain as another one of the invisible aliens abruptly materialized in a crumpled heap at her avatar's feet. There! Now that's the last of them. As she hovered the controller back to her friend, Rarity couldn't help but let out a giggle as Applejack continuously blurted gibberish as she attempted to fix her jaw back in place. I don't even know how... I don't even know how y'all did that, Rarity, but I'm not about to ask. Applejack muttered, finally working her jaw back into place and unexpectedly pushing the controller back to Rarity. I'm not even impressed with how you got past those fellas. I'd like to see how you play the rest of this here level. Looking nervously at the controller she was being offered, Rarity gave an apprehensive grin into a giggle. I don't know, Applejack, but if you insist...
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
God.
tells me the fashionista is gonna finally break down and do something very unladylike.
Trust me, something so far. Rainbow Dash can't basically handle the game. Applejack's more of a bare knuckle brawler, or headstrong runs towards the fight.
I demand a hold on, just based on that, I demand a chapter where they play WWE 13. I demand it.
The White Unicorn's progress on the rest of the level was a visual spectacle to watch, at least on screen. Rarity's expression of intense focus only seemed to deepen with every failed attempt she made, a stark contrast to what happened with Twilight and Applejack's increasingly frayed nerves. The next floor that her character ascended to had her facing the gold-armored alien that had killed Twilight so many times over, but this time it had its back to a sheer drop where the floor ended in blasted wreckage, and it was flanked on both sides by several of its more diminutive subordinates. The ensuing chaos was spectacular. Brightly glowing orbs and green blasts of energy flew left and right with Rarity right in the thick of it. Yet with impossible skill and grace she avoided each and every one of them, practically threading the needle with every maneuver. As expected of her, the unicorn ended it off with a grand flourish, hurling what the game called a plasma grenade at the gold-armored alien. The brightly glowing sphere landed directly on the alien's helmet, where it immediately lets out with a loud beep and a steadily growing whine. The alien immediately stopped in its tracks, letting out a loud roar of panic right before a second plasma grenade landed right next to the first. Upon seeing this, Rainbow Dash immediately erupted in laughter right before the alien vanished in a huge blue-white explosion that finally signified the end of the level. Oh man, did you see that alien? Rainbow Main Pegasus howled in laughter apparently on the floor at Stitches. I could practically hear him squeal. Oh man, this is the best game ever!
Said the person who raged
Is that the
first.
first level?
Yes.
Wait.
No,
wait. Okay, I have to question this one. I've played Halo Reach 15 different times, and I've never even let alone seen that. And you know what? Fucking, I'm not even questioning it.
I must admit, Twilight.
Or
Go
Ham
ahead.
Grump, I guess.
I must admit, Twilight, this game device that Princess Celestia sent to is quite possibly the most fun I've had in a very long time, Rarity said, an excited smile just stretching from ear to ear across her face. Well, I don't know you guys are having fun with this. I'll have to remember to include this in my report of the princess, remarked Twilight, already making the mental notes in her head on what exactly to write in her regular letters to her mentor. Hey, wait a minute! We still got one more pony here we ain't given it a try yet.
Oh dear God, Flutter!
God,
Oh
not
no!
No. Let's not give it to Fluttershy.
I forbid this. The gaming god has spoken. No.
Well, no one in here is a gaming god, but we do know better.
Fluttershy here ain't even so much as touch the controller.
Oh no, that's quite all right, everyone. I don't really...
The meek Pegasus murmured shyly as every pair of eyes in the room turned to look at her, squeaking a little bit under her friends' combined gazes.
I mean, it's just that... Oh, come on, Fluttershy!
Pinkie Pie said encouragingly as she gently nudged her friend from behind, prompting her to pick up the controller.
Let's give it a try! Remember the hop, skip, and jump? It's just as easy. Yeah, come on, Fluttershy.
Uncle Dash said with a grin, obviously wanting to see this too.
I want to see how you handle it. Well,
No,
all right then. I suppose I could give it a shot.
Nope.
No.
Oh!
I forbid that yellow Pegasus from ever picking up a controller.
I'm afraid.
Fluttershy muttered quietly as she meekly took up the controller in her hooves, giving the screen a look of quiet uncertainty. The next level was already underway, and her character's avatar was climbing along a rocky cliffside with another armored pony, the night sky casting a foreboding veil of darkness over the two. Moments later, after exchanging a few words, the two armored ponies had split up, and Fluttershy's avatar had leapt down the cliffside, descending in a controlled slide down the rocks, while her companion stayed atop on the cliff overlooking the area. Just as her character reached the end of its slide down the cliff face, control was returned to her, and Fluttershy almost immediately began moving. Unlike Applejack's reckless charging forward or Pinkie Pie's random jumping, Fluttershy lowered her character into a low crouch, sneaking forward quietly in an attempt to draw as little attention to herself as possible. Just as she had taken a few steps forward, the voice of her character companion suddenly came on over the speakers, his voice muffled by the distinctive hum of the speakers. "Elite spotted up ahead. Check him out, quietly."
Oh God, I think I know the part they're at right there. That's, if anything, that's close to that's probably the night mission. Jane.
Yeah, but can we just expect the moment that he just told Fluttershy to do something that she's already an expert doing, is doing things quietly.
Yeah. The excitement and tension in the room was almost tangible. Nearly every pony held their breath as they watched Fluttershy creep up the grassy knoll, the silhouette of an armored alien similar to the ones Rarity had killed at such numbers in the level before appearing in the moonlight. Just as Fluttershy's avatar was right behind the alien, the camera abruptly shifted to a third-person view as the armored pony suddenly pounced upon the alien, driving a large serrated knife right into its collarbone before viciously yanking it out in a crude gutting motion, sending gouts of purplish blood spurting into the air.
Assassination.
Damn.
What's that?
Oh, no,
Flutter's
don't
doing?
worry,
Niggas, you hot.
Don't worry. Here's the worst thing you could ever do in Halo Reach. Yoinked.
The alien fell to
Yoink.
the ground silently, and the gathered ponies stared wide-eyed before turning to Fluttershy to look at Fluttershy, who had an equally shocked expression on her face.
Sorry. I gotta stop you right here, Chris. What yoinked mean, or yoink, in Halo Reach is someone is trying to assassinate somebody, and you take the kill before they finish it. That's called a yoink.
Yoink!
Yoink.
I didn't know that would happen. I swear.
Speaking of the Yellow Pegasus, having dropped the controller in horror, apparently mortified by what she had just done.
I read the manual and it said that the right bumper was for melee attack, so I thought maybe I could just quietly put him to sleep from behind, but I wasn't intending to kill him.
Yeah.
Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep. Hello?
Just sleep.
Psychopath, murder shy.
Just sleep. Shh. Don't worry. You'll see your friends soon.
Fluttershy.
Rainbow Dash began slowly, a grin slowly forming on her face.
I had no idea we could even do that in the game, but that was just awesome! Really?
Thanks.
That is awesome.
Eliciting an excited nod from Rainbow Dash.
Hey, we got someone else in here freaking advertising. Hey, I see that.
Hey, easy. That's
Ooh, hey, that's my friend. No. It's okay. That's my friend Flower Knight. She's saying that Superminds is online.
Oh.
This is our new show that branches off from the mini arcade show.
No.
So why don't we wrap this chapter up for tonight, and we'll head over there and see what's up.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know
Or we
what's long
can
this
read as
one
far
goes.
as we can.
Wow, this one's
Well, I want to check and see what this show's about. So let's wrap up this chapter, and then we'll go over there.
Alright,
Alright, if that's what you want, Dash.
said the Yellow Pegasus, slowly picking up the controller once again. As her movements grew surer and steadier by the minute, her friends gradually edged closer and closer towards the screen, staring transfixed as Fluttershy continued to move her character through the level. Sure enough, they came to a point where her avatar was on the edge of a cliff, overlooking a small clearing where several enemies the game referred to as grunts were obviously taking a nap, while a few more were idly strolling around. Her avatar already had its sniper rifle out, and they watched as Fluttershy slowly moved her admittedly tiny aiming cursor to rest on one of the aliens who was idly strolling about. Rainbow Dash squinted skeptically at the screen, quite unable to understand how they expected Fluttershy to hit anything with an aiming cursor that small. Surely there was some way they could Surely there was some way they could make either the targets or the cursor larger, right? The rifle that Fluttershy's character held had something mounted on it that looked like some sort of telescope. Maybe she could zoom in with it or something? Yet before Rainbow Dash could even open her mouth to make such a suggestion, the impossible happened right before her eyes.
What
Zoomed
impossible?
in.
In an unnatural display of speed, precision, and coordination, Fluttershy twitched the character's reticule around in 4 abrupt jerks, firing her sniper rifle in rapid succession until the magazine clicked empty. 4 times she fired her sniper rifle without zooming in with the scope, and 4 times she scored perfect headshots as 4 alien bodies slumped dead against the ground. Holy shit!
360 no scope, bitches.
Well, no. Well, no. Technically, if it didn't spin around, she just moved the red. She just basically moved the gun. Pop, 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 pop.
How do?
No scope, bitch.
Yeah, basically.
Holy fuck.
Not really hard if you're really a trained. If you have the, like I said before, that eye for details.
True.
And rather the fact you have a really fast reaction time, you can actually achieve like no scopes like real quick.
There was a sound of 3 sets of jaws hitting the floor in rapid succession. Twilight Sparkle, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash could only watch with their mouths agape as Fluttershy's character reloaded the sniper rifle and then fired 4 more times, scoring yet another 4 unbelievably accurate headshots in record time without even using the scope. What? But
MLG
how?
Pro right there is Fluttershy.
That kid.
MLG yo motherfucker YOLO!
Sweet mother of
Sorry.
mercy, gawked Applejack, completely slack-jawed once again by Fluttershy's
Whoa, wait a minute.
skill.
Wait a minute. That accent was not Western. You
Sweet,
went into rarity mode there
Excuse
for a second, my friend.
sweet mother of mercy. How's that?
Getting close.
Sweet
Pretty
mother, sweet mother of mercy.
Okay, you know what? Can we just continue on?
As for Twilight, the Lavender Unicorn was staring at her normally timid friend, only to find an expression that was frighteningly similar to the stare plastered on Fluttershy's face. Oh, God.
Yep, MLG mode. She's in turning mode, damn it.
Even as they watched, Fluttershy proceeded to breeze through the rest of the level, performing flawless headshots on every enemy she came across. Even with her sniper rifle ran out of bullets, she simply switched to her character's pistol and continued executing headshots like they were as easy as second nature. Even if they had energy shields like the large armored aliens carried, she always managed to disable them with perfectly placed grenades or barrages of plasma fire before executing them all with a flawless slug to the skull. All in all, it was like watching a machine play, and within 10 minutes, barring the cutscenes, she had cleared the entire level without dying a single time.
Fluttershy.
You know what? Bleep bloop. Achievement unlocked.
Mother of God.
Dear God, what
God.
have we unleashed?
Somebody give me some
What
money
have we-
and commission Murdershy's mod to make that. Have like Murdershy playing Halo with no problems. That should be like a good commission.
Victory.
Flawless victory.
Brutality. Dun dun dun.
Perfection.
Well then.
Perfection. Woo.
Twilight
God.
was so completely bowled over by what she had just seen that she could barely even form a coherent sentence. Fluttershy, how in Equestria are you doing that? Not taking her eyes off the screen for one moment, Fluttershy took a slow and deep breath, preparing herself for a long tirade of words ahead. First off, it's easy to see the enemy formations are structured in a rather rudimentary fashion. Seeing as the smaller ones provide support fire for the larger command unit, it's plainly obvious if you remove the leader from the equation first, everything else will more or less be easier to deal with. Secondly, it's obvious the trajectory of each bullet fired varies only slightly with each shot if you're using this particular weapon, so with minor directional adjustments, it's a simple matter to deal out maximum damage in record time. Last off, if you look carefully, each enemy moves in a rather predictable fashion. They usually move forwards in a direct charge, but if they decide to move forward from side to side, it's a simple matter of anticipating movement and adjusting your character's orientation for maximum effect. I mean, it's as good as any pony's guess, really. What?
Could you just
Actually,
say I secretly want to
Fluttershy
kill
is
ponies?
actually- Right, wait,
I'm
guys.
done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm leaving the house. Good night, everybody. I'm done. Good. Bye.
She
Later.
is
Bye.
about
Bye.
right on that
I'm
one.
leaving.
Most of the enemy's positions once upon.
Leaving.
Keirro, he
Dear
was
God.
explaining that was getting kind of rude.
Swear to God.
Well then.
But yeah, that's actually kind of true. The tactics she did take wouldn't let alone affect that. The squad may have been probably more, would have a bit of grunts. Once the elite is taken out, most of the grunts will scatter, but probably try to stay within close area of each other. Probably being that.
Oh,
I'm gonna
listen.
start calling you Halo guy now. Seriously, I want Fluttershy. Fluttershy should be my like what would you call that? My
I'm not
wingmate.
a Halo guy. Halo's the only fucking game on the Xbox that's somewhat fucking decentable besides fucking Call of Duty. It's online. I don't have to deal with freaking kids on Halo because I can mute them quicker than I can.
Anyway, I would love Fluttershy to be my strategist for Supreme Commander too. That was like fucking what?
Yeah. Anyways, no, Fluttershy, you're not getting me, Twilight said insistently. That aiming, that coordination, nobody here even remotely has the capability to do that. What you just did, you just cleared an entire level in 10 minutes without dying at all. How are you doing that? If anything, Twilight's manic questions were only serving to make Fluttershy even more flustered, and her face turned crimson, shrinking back even further into her mane. Oh, listen to this, guys. Well, I don't know, really. It's like they were moving in slow motion.
Oh dear God!
How slow?
Murder.
Slow enough? But I still don't get it, Fluttershy, Applejack insisted, still clearly gobsmacked. I mean, I know my reflexes are decent and all, but that stuff you pulled was just... Wow! You gotta tell us how you did it, Sugar Cube. I still don't believe it.
It's God dear. It's God dear.
Rainbow Dash shouted, nodding her head vigorously. I mean, come on, Fluttershy. Even you've got to see that. Well, it's just that, you know, with the way you guys are playing... What's wrong with our playstyle? Twilight asked quizzically, jumping at the chance to find out what flaws there were in her strategy. Yeah, what's wrong with Fluttershy? I need to find out how I can beat those levels as fast as you did, Rainbow Dash exclaimed, eager to find out Fluttershy's secret as well. Well, you see, I'm not saying your playstyles are bad, it's just that, well, they could be a teeny tiny bit more efficient. Like, how so? Applejack came up in front of her to join Twilight and Rainbow Dash in their little interrogation, and Fluttershy found herself quailing under the combined gazes of her three friends. Come on, Fluttershy, you know you can tell us.
Oh, God.
Oh, all right, since you really want to know. Twilight, your strategies are too rigid. They allow no flexibility for changing situations. Once you have a plan, you stick to it throughout the entire way from start to finish. But that leaves you vulnerable the moment there's an unexpected change in the battlefield, which happens all the time. Also, you can't always just formulate and implement a plan sometimes. There are some occasions that you just have to wing it and improvise. Rainbow Dash, you have a good grasp of the basics, but your reflexes are off. You're constantly moving straight and turning around as though you're flying in the air, rather than circle strafing like you have your hooves out on the ground. Your aiming clearly calls for a lot of practice, seeing as you emptied into 3 magazines at a single grunt and managed to hit it no more than a few times, barring that you toss grenades far too often. Applejack, you have a tendency to keep charging into firefights, even when you clearly stand no chance head-to-head against your opponents. It may save you sometimes when you have to react quickly, but even when you're shielded down, you don't make any attempt to move back from the cover to recover. You just keep fighting until you die, even when it's clear you're fighting a losing battle. Pinkie Pie, you're shooting in random directions and jumping into a cliff. I think that's all I need to say. And Rarity, while your performance was significantly better than mine, I have to say that you have a weakness for choosing the flashiest methods of doing things, even when there are more efficient, pragmatic ways to go about it. I think there were far too many explosions in that last part of the level you were playing, and there were a few times when you just ended up jumping on your own grenade. But, well, you know, you can always play however you like it. No need to take my word for it.
What?
I bet Fluttershy will be murdered. Fluttershy will
Basically
be...
just told them all their weaknesses. And rather effectively...
English, goddammit!
Please.
I was saying if somebody could please pick up my jaw off the floor, but whatever, I did it myself.
The rest of her gathered friends were still gathered around her in a semicircle, staring at her with eyes wide as saucers, rendered utterly speechless by the startling new revelations of their timid little friend. And for the kicker, Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned that no matter what, you should never judge a book by its cover. Even the most unassuming of ponies can reveal talents that you would never have suspected they had. Today my friends have taught me that if you take a good look beneath a mask of quiet, civil modesty, something truly remarkable may lie in wait. P.S. I've sent you a video log of the first test session we held today. Fluttershy's portion is especially interesting. I eagerly await the next game you'll be sending us. Ever your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
Wait. Video log? This was live stream? This was on YouTube somewhere? Let me
YOLO!
footage!
Dear Princess Celestia.
No, we cannot stop there. We keep going. Keep going.
No.
Flutter Knight.
Hello, I'm host of the stream. I decide what goes on, Keirro.
Anyways, we're going to call it here, but next time when we do this, hopefully I'll get I Am Shadow in the next chapter.
Guys, before we end this. Dear Princess Celestia, rip and tear.
Yes! And I'll save it now. The next chapter, chapter 2, the girls take on Gears of War.
Oh, son of a... Okay, you know what? Actually, I don't disagree with that one.
Good night, you people, and have fun.
Oh,
God damn it!
Sayonara.
Okay, you guys, you miserable, crazy nutcases.